Chrissy Teigen, who is, in my opinion, one of the most deranged people on the web.
Candace Owens is continuing her takedown of Chrissy Teigen, labeling her a Hollywood predator, similar to Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, who has publicly victimized women for years. Candace took to Twitter on Friday, where she said despite Chrissy's predatory ways, Chrissy has been able to get away with victimizing people for years because she was protected by Hollywood. Here's the tweet right here. I'll read it. People wonder how people like Harvey Weinstein and Epstein were able to victimize people for years, despite the fact that, quote, everybody knew. It's the same reason Chrissy Teigen has been platformed, despite publicly victimizing women for over a decade. Hollywood protects predators. Candace also tweeted out the hashtag Surviving Chrissy Teigen, obviously a reference to the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries that exposed abuse allegations against the R&B singer. Now, Candace has not let up on Chrissy Teigen, calling Chrissy a massive, disgusting hypocrite after Chrissy apologized for sending Courtney Stodden abusive tweets and direct messages encouraging the former teen bride to commit suicide. Now, addressing the recent Stodden controversy, Candace said on Twitter, writing the following: Chrissy Teigen has offered a public apology to Courtney Stodden for encouraging her to commit suicide as a teenager, but only because I blew the story up. The media has given Chrissy a pass for years, as she has monsterly attacked people repeatedly for simply existing. Now, Candace did not limit her attack against Chrissy to just Twitter. She also went to Instagram, where she called out Macy to cancel its partnership with Chrissy. Candace also went on Instagram Live to elaborate on her thoughts on Chrissy Teigen. Have a listen right here.
What's up, Instagram? I just want to do this really quick live because I want to make sure that this story that is in the press right now does not fall between the cracks, especially during a woke-topia when we're all living and everyone is telling us that everyone should be canceled, that Donald Trump should not be allowed on the internet because he is so dangerous. He has never objectively once tweeted anything violent, and yet he is not allowed to have a social media account. But Chrissy Teigen, who is, in my opinion, one of the most deranged people on the web. Okay, and I don't know why the media, because she's, married to John Legend, has tried to make it seem like, oh my God, her mental derangement is funny, it's cute. It's like, oh, she's just saying what she wants to say. This person, she should have been canceled a very long time ago by canceling standards, right? The idea that she has sponsorships and is making money from these corporations that claim to be woke and to care about all of these different groups of people and to care about mental health and awareness, allowing her to be a spokesperson for any of their products is ridiculous, right? She has said disgusting things to me in the past, disgusting things to other Black conservatives, has harassed Trump supporters for 4 years, and yet somehow claims that Trump in and of himself is the person that she needs to fight. So let's just get to the story and make sure. I think Hulu sponsors her, because any corporation going forward that has anything to say and has any dealings with Chrissy Teigen now, she is now a litmus test for leftist BS. A story broke today that Chrissy Teigen told a 16-year-old to commit suicide. Then 16-year-old. You might remember that girl, Courtney Stodden, a long time ago, married a 51-year-old. It was a very big story. She was 16 years old. And Chrissy Teigen decided to dedicate her time when she was in her mid-20s, okay, to stalking and harassing this girl via tweets and privately messaging her, telling her that she should kill herself. Okay, publicly, she tweeted that she fantasizes about her being in a grave. The tweets are there. You can look it up. Literally, the Daily Mail is covering this. Daily Beast is covering this. She told a 16-year-old to commit suicide. Just put any other person in that story. Imagine if Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, any person that is a conservative slid into the DMs of somebody who was a child and told them to commit suicide. Okay. What would the press reaction be right now? That person would be canceled from everything. They would never be allowed to be seen in public. She has been called out on this by Courtney Stodden over the years, and they ignored it because it's Chrissy Teigen and she's married to John Legend and they're a part of Woketopia. And apparently people that are in Hollywood are allowed to be disgusting, deranged individuals and never get called out on it because the press just says, it doesn't matter, it's cute, it's funny. We are talking about suicide, okay? I cannot tell you what would ever possess me as an adult woman to slide into the DMs of a teenager and to encourage them to commit suicide and then to publicly tweet at them and to say that I woke up today and I fantasized about you being 6 feet in the ground. That is something that is like, let's not let this story go for the wayside. Please, in the comments, let me know who sponsors her because I want to make sure that we know which corporations are allowing this to go on. She's never once been made to apologize for what she said. Courtney Stodden has publicly been speaking out, talking about how she was harassed by this person who told her to commit suicide. Okay? All of the celebrities who hang out with her, she's so funny. She makes faces. Go through her record and really see, left or right, Courtney Stodden is obviously on the left, so this is not even about politics, of the things that she has actually said to people over the years. This woman is sick, okay? Chrissy Teigen is a sick, twisted, deranged individual. Something's wrong with her, okay? Nothing should ever possess an adult person to go after a child and to encourage them to commit suicide. You want mental health awareness? You have it. Chrissy Teigen is not allowed to live this one down. I want people to let me know who is sponsoring her. She thinks she doesn't even have to honor this person with an apology. Courtney Stodden has been asking for an apology because now Chrissy Teigen is going to talk about bullying. It's going to talk about Donald Trump. It's going to talk about Donald Trump supporters. Talk about Make America Great Again, how it's not inclusive. When you're sliding in the DMs and telling people to kill themselves because you don't like their life choices. I'm not defending Courtney Stodden the way she's lived her life. I actually don't care. Nothing in the entire world would ever possess me to encourage someone to commit suicide. Like, in my personal opinion, you tell someone to commit suicide, if they actually do it, if Courtney Stodden had actually committed suicide, Chrissy Teigen should be in prison. There is now precedent for that. You don't tell people and convince them and say, I fantasize about you being in the ground when you're 16 years old. What the hell is wrong with Chrissy Teigen? I'm going to, in the stories, share, like, the clips of what she's actually said. I mean, the screenshots of what she said on Twitter. Allegedly, it was via private messaging that she said you should commit suicide. And publicly, she said that she fantasizes about her being in the ground. She was 16 years old. Chrissy Teigen, you are a sick, sick puppy, and your face looks like a deflated basketball.
Now, as for Chrissy, she penned an apology on Twitter for her previous actions, in which she said she was ashamed and completely embarrassed. She wrote the following: not a lot of people are lucky enough to be held accountable for all their past BS in front of the entire world. I'm mortified and sad at who I used to be. I was an insecure, attention-seeking troll. I am ashamed and completely embarrassed at my behavior, but that is nothing compared to how I made Courtney feel. And I am so sorry I let you guys down. I will forever work on being better than I was 10 years ago, 1 year ago, 6 months ago. However, Courtney claimed that Chrissy never reached out to them privately to apologize for the abusive tweets and direct messages. So this is what Courtney said on Instagram: I accept her apology and forgive her, but the truth remains the same. I have never heard from her or her camp in private. Now, Courtney recently came out as non-binary, and uses the pronouns they, them, and their. And they said that Chrissy has them blocked on Twitter. So if Chrissy has Courtney blocked on Twitter, how is it that Chrissy apologized to Courtney? Courtney would not be able to see those tweets. It'll be interesting to see if Chrissy and Courtney will eventually meet up in person for Chrissy to apologize to Courtney face to face. But until then, I want to hear from you. Should Chrissy Teigen be canceled? Drop down in the comments and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Until the next one, bye.